a comprehensive update on the recent developments regarding Ghana's diplomatic mission in Washington, D.C., United States of America. As members of this August House may be aware, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs took an extraordinary but necessary step on the 26th of May 2025 to temporarily close the mission in Washington, D.C. and recall staff to Accra following reports of grave legal infractions. This decision was made after thorough deliberations and prompted by incriminating findings from a special audit team, which uncovered instances of fraud, conflict of interest, and corruption, particularly involving visa processing and the unauthorized activities of a third-party agent operating under the name Ghana Travel Consultants, GTC. With the full support of His Excellency the President, this action marked our government's unwavering stance against corruption and our commitment to protect the integrity and the image of our foreign service. Right Honorable Speaker, the special audit team which I set up was made up of senior management of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They uncovered a complex web of corruption that compromised the integrity and efficiency of the embassy's operations. Among the findings are the unlawful activities and conflict of interest involving one Mr. Fred Kwating, who was formerly employed on August 11, 2017, according to our records at the ministry, as an information technology officer. Mr. Kwating continued to work with the mission with a renewal of annual temporary appointments. It has also emerged that Mr. Fred Kwating was not qualified to be employed as a local staff, as he does not possess the appropriate legal status to be employed in the USA. Mr. Speaker, additionally, the investigations revealed that Mr. Kwating is the owner and main operator of Ghana Travel Consultants. The company was later mysteriously contracted to provide exclusive courier handling for the mission, effective 1st January 2023, by the former ambassador, Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama. The team discovered that this situation started as far back as 2019. Therefore, the 2023 contract only sought to legitimize what was palpably wrong. This dual role as IT contract staff and at the same time service provider, where he illegally redirects applicants to his own company, GTC, created a criminally unacceptable situation where personal interest was clearly prioritized over official duties to the detriment of the mission's objectives and public trust. Mr. Speaker, investigations have revealed that on 19th November 2019, Mr. Fred Kwating was issued a formal query when the then head of Chancery, Her Excellency Genevieve Akpalu, who is now the head of mission or the ambassador at Ghana's embassy in Tokyo, Japan. She first discovered this illegal link on the website. It is curious that not much appeared to have happened after that query, as shockingly, Mr. Kwating became bolder with his unlawful activities, which continued after more than 6 years. Mr. Speaker, I have here with me a copy of the 2019 query. And with your permission, Mr. Speaker, I'll read the query. Dated 19 November 2019, signed by Genevieve Akpalu, Minister Head of Chancery. And it reads, Dear Sir, query. It has come to the notice of management of the embassy that in September 2019, you modified the embassy's website in respect of visa passport acquisition process without the necessary express approval. Will you explain why disciplinary action should not be taken against you for taking this unilateral, important decision? Your response should reach the undersigned not later than close of work on Wednesday, November 20th, 2019. Mr. Speaker, it remains a mystery how nothing happened after this query on the 19th of November 2019. Mr. Speaker, the mission's engagement of GTC was characterized by an irregular procurement process and a blatant disregard for the provisions of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663, as amended by Act 914. Furthermore, the contract between the mission and GTC was signed without the prior review and approval of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, raising questions about the legitimacy and transparency of the procurement process. The execution of this agreement was done without recourse to the head of Chancery, who is a principal accounting officer at each mission, and whose duty it is to exercise proper control over the collection and disbursement of public funds, and to ensure that proper system of accounts is kept per the Financial Administration Regulations 2004, LI 1802. Mr. Speaker, this lack of adherence to established protocols undermines the principles of accountability and good governance that we strive to uphold in our diplomatic missions. Nonetheless, the head of consular section, who has oversight responsibilities for all consular activities, including visa and passport processing, and the head of Chancery, cannot reasonably claim to have been unaware of the prevailing circumstances. Thus, their failure to perform in a proper manner the duties imposed on them contravened regulations, undermined efficient conduct, and brought the image and the good name of the Republic of Ghana into disrepute. According to their own account, GTC had been depositing unspecified amounts into an unauthorized welfare account being operated by the mission, and these payments were not subject to audit until the payments were discontinued. This fact was known to the staff of the mission, and the said funds were used for unofficial activities by the mission on the blind side of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The team discovered that GTC's website was directly linked to the mission's website for courier services, providing no alternative options to applicants. This unauthorized and illegal arrangement not only limited the applicant's choice, but also compelled the applicants to opt for the courier service provided by Mr. Fred Kwarteng. Right Honourable Speaker, it is noteworthy that Fred Kwarteng's company operates from offices located about a 40-minute drive from the embassy, raising concerns regarding the nature of this arrangement and the extent of oversight exercised by the embassy. While the company operates a dedicated driver service that picks up and drops off passports between GTC and the mission, applicants have the option to drop off and collect their documents in person at GTC. It remains a mystery how GTC was allowed to become an annex of our embassy in Washington, D.C. Mr. Speaker, in 2020, the ministry entered an agreement with EMH Global, which was renewed in 2024, to standardize the websites of selected missions, including the Washington mission. However, these attempts were rebuffed by the Washington mission to avoid accountability and transparency. Even though Ghana paid for this contract to standardize all websites, only the Washington, D.C. website was not standardized and reconfigured. Everything was done by staff of the mission to prevent EMH Global to carry out their legitimate contract, which they had earned by the previous government. Mr. Speaker, to date, that